Hey everybody, welcome back to the warbossfitz channel. I am warbossfitz, and today we are going back to Age of Fantasy. We're going to be talking about the Ossified Undead, our bony boys. So going into the lore of the Ossified Undead lore gives us confirmation that the plague gods, or at least the havoc gods, are in different realms of reality, because the Ossified Undead started off in their own separate realm. It was peaceful, everything there was fine, and then the plague god showed up. So when the plague god attacked their plane of existence, everything started to rot and wither, as you do when the plague god shows up, starts throwing the weight around. And there were sages that were among the Ossified Undead. At the time, they were not undead. They were just people at that point. They decided that the best course of action would be to kill everybody and turn everything to bones, because you can't decay if it's bones or something.
So Emotep for skeletons.
Pretty much. Obviously, there were some people that said, "Okay, that's stupid," but the ones that said that's stupid, they ended up all dying out anyways to disease, corruption, and plague type stuff. So. The Ossified Undead at that point, they were now bony boys. They began to purge their lands of the plague god's servants, and after a while, ta-da, everything is done, we are saved. And then they looked around and went, crap, we're all bones. Everything in their entire realm died. Everything was just gone. At that point, they just, continued on as if they weren't. I mean, they have no idea how long it was, because if you're undead, time kind of loses all meaning. And then one random day, a void gate opened. And it was a void gate from Tyria. And they showed up, they're like, hey, the havoc gods are fighting us. We can see that you all did something to take care of the plague god over here. Come help us. And so the Ossified and Undead were like, well, sure, we'll help you as long as you just kind of let us all migrate over there to a place that's not entirely dead, so that we have something to do in life. And yeah, the Tyrian people were like, yeah, sure, absolutely. So they showed up, fought the havoc gods, and then the people of Tyria immediately shut the void gate off. Like, thank you, bye-bye now, go away. Well, shit. Yeah, once the Havoc Wars were over, the people of Tyria, or the sages of Tyria, just kind of shut off the connection. So they were stuck. Well, they tried to reopen the links lots of times after that, but they never really succeeded. But then there was the whole rift thing that happened in Tyria, that big old rip down the middle. Yeah, it created a sudden surge of energy. All of a sudden, the void gates were able to be opened up again. They were able to come back to Tyria. So they started to come back to Tyria. They don't really trust nobody now. It's like, wait a minute, we saw what y'all did last time. We're back and we're here to collect. So they have entered Tyria, and they're trying to carve out land for themselves, even if they have to fight every faction on the planet to do it. Alright, so that's it for the lore. Let's talk about the army rules and stuff going into them, starting off with the army-wide special rule, which is Ossified. When units where all models have this rule are shot or charged from over 9 inches away and they take hits, those hits count as having AP -1 to a minimum of AP 0. We saw this with the dwarves with Sturdy. Kind of funny, because this faction is also slow.
That is true.
They're slow. They're undead though, right?
I mean, they're made of skeletons. They kind of can't move too swiftly.
Yep. Let's look at some of the special rules. We're not going to go through all of it. It's just me talking for a while. So let's look at some of them. The big thing they have is destructive. That is their weapon special rule. On unmodified rolls of 6 to hit, those hits get AP +4. So it is half of rending. It's everything except for the ignore regeneration. We have infiltrate in here. It counts as having ambush, but may be deployed up to 1 inch away from enemy units. Kind of a ba-boom surprise. They have a precision feat. Once per game, when this unit attacks and all of its models have this rule, you may use this rule so that they get +2 to hit. So they get 1 turn of, I'm going to beat your face in. I like it. And they also have Spell Accumulator. They get X Accumulator tokens at the start of each round, but can't hold more than 6 tokens at once. Casters from other friendly units within 12 may spend this model's Accumulator tokens as if they were their own spell tokens. So it's a mobile battery. It's like somebody that has caster X, like 1 or 2. They can't cast spells on their own, but they're just like walking around going, "Hey, come here, I got power for you. Take my power."
And unfortunately, it can be used against them.
Yeah. Aura special rules. We got Bane in melee aura. Gives the whole unit Bane. I really like this one if you get into the higher AP stuff. Like if you're AP 4 and you get hit with Bane, or the Bane is on the weapon too, it's like you save on a 6, and guess what? You got to re-roll that anyways. Ha! Evasive aura, where everyone in the unit gets evasive. That's -1 to hit. No retreat. That is the old Undead rule. If you fail a morale test, roll 1 dice per wound remaining. On a 1 to 3, they take a wound. And then on a 4, 5, or 6, they don't. But then they pass their morale test. Ossified boost. It doesn't give you -2 to AP. It is -1 to AP all the time the range restriction is taken off of there. Precision feat aura. We talked about precision feat. This gives it to the whole squad. Regeneration aura gives the whole unit regeneration. Relentless aura gives the whole unit relentless, and that is if you roll a 6 to shoot somebody over 9 inches away, it counts as an extra hit. And then the swift aura gives the unit swift, and swift is you ignore the slow rule. Again, something we saw with the dwarves. Let's look at the spells. We got Drain Spirit. Pick 1 friendly unit within 12, which gets unstoppable in melee once. Unstoppable means that you ignore all modifiers to your weapons, like if the enemy has evasive, or if they have stealth, or if they have you can't hit me because I'm a wispy wood elf. You just ignore that and go, ha ha, bat. Deep Fracture. Pick 1 enemy model within 18, which takes 2 hits with AP1. So this is going to be good to snipe out like banners and sergeants or musicians. Not really good at taking out heroes because they normally come with at least 3 toughness, but maybe.
Depends on the unit you put it on.
Depends on the unit you put it on. And, it's only 1 spell power, so you could theoretically throw this twice at them from 2 different casters. Rapid Ossification 2. Pick up to 2 friendly units within 12 inches, which gets Ossified boost once. Shattering Blast, spell power 2. Pick 1 enemy unit within 6, which takes 6 hits with destructive, and you roll as many dice as hits to see if a rolls on 6 effects trigger. So if you cast this at somebody, you roll 6 dice, and however many 6s you get, those are AP4. Soul Enslaver, spell power 3. Pick up to 3 enemy units within 18, which friendly units get furious against. That's pretty nice. I like furious stuff. Bone Breaker for the last spell, 3 spell power. Pick 1 enemy unit within 18, which takes 6 hits. Just ba-bap! No special rules attached to it, just whap.
I feel like that would be good if you have like a big squad or just something big that needs to take a lot of hits.
Yeah, it's also, the spell power 2-1 also has 6 hits with destructive, but it's only 6-inch range. And this one is 18, so that's why it's a little bit stronger. You need to put a little bit more ass into it. All right, now it's time to go into the army lists. And we're going to talk about synergies and stuff as we go through different ways you can build the units. But first, we're going to start off with the heroes. And the heroes, we're just going to go through them, and then we will attach them later. Starting off with the big one, the Great Stalker. 80 points, quality 4, defense 4. Hero, ossified, slow, toughness 6, and starts with unpredictable fighter. And that is, you roll dice before the attack. On a 1 to 3, it's AP +1, and then on a 4 to 6, it is +1 to hit. Comes with dual falchions, which are 2 attacks, AP2 with blast of 3. You can give it the upgrades here for the unit auras. You can do Bone Shaper for ossified boost, Lord of Bones for a swift aura, High Liege for Bane in melee, Artisan of Shards for regeneration, or You're Dead Master, no retreat. I don't know what that's supposed to represent, like some other word, but I just love this hyphenated "You're Dead." You can replace the dual falchions for heavy halberds for 6 attacks, AP1 and rending, quad blades for 8 attacks, AP1, or a great bone mace, 6 attacks, AP1, destructive and precise. We went over destructive, and precise just means it's +1 to hit. And you can upgrade it with the Unstoppable Hulk, giving it the precision feat. So that is the larger of the heroes. Very nice, very nice. And you could just take him on its own. I would give it the great bone maces if I was running it on its own. It just pop stuff in the head. At that point, put on the precision feat on there, pop that, and you're hitting somebody on a 2. Next, you got the Herald of Death. 50 points. Quality 3, defense 4. Hero, Ossified, slow, toughness 3, and unpredictable fighter as well. Comes with a heavy hand weapon for 3 attacks, AP 1. Upgrade it with the Bone Shaper for Ossified boost. Lord of Bones for Swift. High Leash for Bane and Melee. Spell Reaper for Relentless. And You're Dead Master for No Retreat. You can replace the heavy hand weapon with a heavy halberd for rending, a heavy spear for counter attacks, dual heavy hand weapons for more attacks, AP1, a heavy lance for thrust, a heavy great weapon for AP3, or a heavy bow mace, 3 attacks, AP1, destructive and precise. You can upgrade them with a ranged weapon with a master bone bow, 18-inch range, 2 shots, destructive and precise, or a master heavy bow, 2 shots, 24 AP1. You give it the precision feat with Unstoppable Hulk, and you can give it a skeletal steed for impact and swift, a great steed for impact 3, swift, and toughness 3, or a bone chariot, giving it 2 more attacks, armor 3 up, impact 4, swift, and toughness 6. So this is like the upgraded version of the small hero we're going to talk about in a minute, that if you want to get a little bit more ass behind him, this is the one you take because his weapon is a little bit better, it has a little bit better upgrades. You could put it on a bone chariot and run around on its own, but I'm not too enthusiastic about the bone chariots, but we'll talk about that when we get there. Definitely a larger of the buff heroes, and this is the one you're probably going to see the most, the Bone Master. 30 points. So we're starting off with a lot lower level. Quality 4, defense 4, hero, Ossified, slow, and toughness 3. Comes with a hand weapon with 3 attacks. We got the same unit upgrades. We got Ossified boost, swift, caster 2, fear of 3, regeneration, or no, fear of 3 is new on this guy. So that's an option. And then we got the Relentless aura. There's no You're Dead. Oh.
You love that.
I do love that. Again, we could do the replacing of the hand weapon with a spear, dual hand weapons, lance, halberds, bone mace, or a great weapon. We upgrade it with the smaller version of the ranged weapons, the Master Bone Bow or the Master Heavy Bow. Upgrade it with a precision feat. And then Skeletal Steed. And then my personal favorite, the Bone Throne. 2 extra attacks, give them spell accumulator 1 and toughness plus 3. And a Bone Chariot, also there, 2 attacks, armor 3 up, impact 4, swift, and plus 6 toughness. So just putting on a Bone Throne is funny.
Takes them from toughness 3 to toughness 6.
Yeah, you can still put them in a unit there, and it gives them the spell accumulator. So that's funny. If you are a caster 2, and you give yourself spell accumulator, you can't spend it on yourself, though.
Why?
Well, that's the way the rule's written. Let's go back and look at it.
I don't like that rule.
Gives X accumulated tokens at the start of each round, but can't hold more than 6. Casters from other friendly units within 12 may spend it, so you can't spend it on yourself.
Stupid.
Yeah, it's the word others there. I was like, otherwise, maybe you could... No. So now the fun part. Let's go into the core units. We're going to start off with the Guardians, the phalanxes of the undead. 10 of them for 80 points, quality 4, defense 4. These are basic boys, ossified and slow. 1 attack apiece with a hand weapon. You can replace all the hand weapons with halberds that gives them rending, spear which gives them counter, or a bone mace that gives them destructive and precise. You can replace 1 hand weapon with a great bone mace, 3 attacks, AP1, destructive and precise. You can upgrade 1 model with Unstoppable Husk for precision feat. And then you have the Sergeant, Banner, and Musician, which is the command upgrades. Sergeant makes one of your guys, you just get extra hits on a 6. Banner means you get +1 to your morale rolls. And Musician means you move 1 extra inch.
I mean, they're kind of just a very standard, put 10 of them in there, but if I was going to do anything, I'd probably give them the bone maces. That way you get the precise and the destructive, and then you're hitting on a 3 instead of a 4.
Absolutely. With the regular hand weapons, they're not a threat. They're just a 4/4 with 1 attack. But give them bone maces. They pretty much turn into a 3/4 with potentially to be AP4. They turn into something that actually means something. Now, as far as synergy with other units, the Great Stalker, I would not put him in this unit just because he'd probably be better somewhere else. Herald of Death, if you want to put him in there. The Swift Aura, I don't see putting the Swift Aura on the squad because I just see them as a giant phalanx of bony dudes. They're going to be moving slow. They're just going to be beating the crap out of stuff.
So then I guess conversely, say you don't do the bone mace, you could always go spears.
You could go spears.
How about bullshit?
You can do the spears to give the whole unit bullshit. But you could also do like High Liege, give them Bane in melee. The no retreat aura, the you're dead, is real good, especially because you can jump these up to a unit of 20. And just being a unit of 20, I think no retreat is a pretty good thing to put on there. That unit is not going to go anywhere anytime soon. We switch over to the Bone Master. The only one that I would do here with the Bone Master would be the regeneration aura. That's the only difference between the Herald of Doom and the Bone Master, and that was one I would take. Kind of along the same lines of the no retreat aura. It means you're going to be around longer, but with regeneration, it gives you the option to save more stuff before you find out who won combat. So therefore, you'll win more combats than you would with no retreat. Either way, I like it. I like the unit. I like Guardians. I just like phalanxes, as we saw from my last human empire video where I did all the Greeks. All right, moving on. We got Reapers. 5 of them for 95 points. Quality 3, defense 5. Infiltrate, Ossified, slow, and stealth. Stealth, we haven't seen it yet, means that if you are over 9 inches away, someone shooting at you, it's -1 to hit. You come with dual hand weapons for 2 attacks. And then you have the smoke cachet for evasive aura. And that just means you're -1 to hit, right? Let me make sure. This model's units get evasive. Enemies get -1 to hit rolls when attacking units. Where all models have this rule. So if you have the evasive aura and someone shoots at you from over 9, you're -2 to hit. Because that's the way rule stacking works. If they're from 2 separate rules, they work together. So with the Reapers, I mean, this is very much along the same lines as the Flesh Eaters that we saw last week from the Robot Legion. They infiltrate. They're designed to just pop up and just rip face. And then maybe hold an objective on the way or take an objective back from somebody. Like turn 3 or 4 if they're still alive. There's no real other upgrades we can give them. And it's not, you wouldn't want to put a character with them because none of them get infiltrate. So putting a character with them is not worth it. Next unit is the Guardian Archers. 5 of them for 95 points. Quality 4, defense 4, ossified and slow. They come with bone bows, 1 shot at 18 with destructive and precise, and 1 attack with a hand weapon. We can give them the precision feat aura, meaning they're +2 to hit 1 turn. You can replace all the bone bows with heavy bows for 1 attack at AP1. You can give them piercing shooter with fire brazers, giving them AP1. And then you got the command upgrades to Sergeant, Bandit, and Musician. So what do you think about the Guardian Archers?
I like the destructive and precise on them. In my opinion, I would go with the heavy bow for free, and then I'd tack on the 15 for piercing shooter, making an AP2. Bunch of shots down range, AP2, pretty mean.
That is pretty mean. I would leave the bone bows on there. I would also give them piercing shooters, so they're always AP1 at least, but you do have the option to stack or spike to AP4. And then precision feat aura, I'd put that on there too, because with the precise on there, you're going to be hitting on a 3. With the precision feat aura, you're hitting on a 2. Just to dump on somebody for 1 turn. Be like, I'm going to shoot, obviously stack the unit. Combine the unit for 10 of them. I'm going to dump 10 shots at you hitting on a 2. As far as our heroes go, the best one to put in there would be something with a relentless aura. So if you are shooting somebody from further away, you get extra hits, but these extra hits never count as additional 6s. Be cool if it did, but it don't. Maybe a swift aura if you feel like you want to move forward and the 18-inch range isn't good enough. Whee! Next unit is Death Riders. 5 of them for 80 points, quality 4, defense 4, impact 1, and ossified. These are the cavalry. They do not have fast. They're just regular speed because everything else is so slow. And they come with 1 attack apiece. You can upgrade the hand weapons with a lance for 1 attack with thrust, a bone mace for 1 attack destructive and precise. You can upgrade 1 model in the unit with the Unstoppable Hulk for the precision feat aura, and then you got the command upgrades down there, Sergeant, Banner, and Musician.
I see only 1 course of action for that, honestly.
Okay.
Replace the hand weapons with the maces.
Yeah, absolutely.
Boom!
With thrust, when you charge your AP +1 and +1 to hit, but with the bone mace with precise, you're always going to be +1 to hit, and destructive you can spike to a 4. That's if you see destructive in this army, I like it because I like the RNG to get us to make the enemy save on a 6. Precision feat, again, if you put it on there, you're going to be hitting on a 2. Impact is good all the time. I love impact stuff. And for hero, possibly, Swift aura, it does not going to work whatsoever. Maybe some casters. Maybe this is where you put a caster in your unit because you're going to be up close to the enemy to begin with. So you got to give them a horse, put caster on there, and just go to town with that. I memean, there's so few units here that everything just kind of like meshes together in one freaking way. And I love it. I love it. This is an army that's like you got the same option. You got a lot of options, but they all go together one way. Next unit we got is Stalkers. 3 of them for 140 points. Quality 4 and defense 4. Ossified, slow, toughness 3, and unpredictable fighter. Comes with quad blades for 4 attacks apiece, AP 1. You can give them precision feet, and you can also replace 1 quad blade with a dual falchion for 2 attacks, AP 2, blast of 3. That's it. That's all you got. Really wish you could put you could put a mace on here. This is definitely a case of the army was built to mirror a Age of Sigmar army, and that army ain't got many options, so we're kind of stuck with what we got. But if you could put maces on here, I think that'd be pretty cool, but you can't. So again, the same thing that we had before with our characters: swift buff, regeneration, no retreat. I wouldn't worry about no retreat that much on these guys, because it's like if you're going to lose combat, you might as well just, well, how do I say this? I feel like if this unit loses combat, it kind of freaking deserves it. It sounds terrible, but as an orc commander, I'm like, you boys suck! You deserve to be face down in the dirt. So
you're so loving to your troops.
I am so loving to my troops. If they start dying off, I just like shake my head and go, mediocre.
Dishonor on you?
Next, we got the Immortals. 3 of them for 180 points. Quality 3, defense 3. So we are in the very good territory of a 3-3 here. Ossified, come with regeneration, slow, and toughness 3. They have heavy halberds for 3 attacks, AP 1 with rending. You can replace the heavy halberds with the Great Bone Mace. Here we go. This is what I want in the last unit. 3 attacks, AP 1, destructive and precise. And you can upgrade 1 model with the You're Dead Nightmare for the Furious mark. So this You're Dead is not no retreat. This one is, we're very pissed at you because you're dead, apparently. I don't know.
This is the Ooga Booga, I'm gonna punch you in the dick.
Ooga Booga, come here, bitch.
Both.
Very nice. Very nice. Give them the Great Bone Mace.
And give them the You're Dead Nightmare.
Yes. The 2 options, give it to them.
Yeah.
As far as characters go, characters don't really mesh that well in this unit, because characters don't start with regeneration. In order to keep the regeneration working on this squad, you have to give the character the regeneration aura, which you're already spending points into giving this squad regeneration. And what I'm trying to say is putting a hero with this might be a waste of points, because if you put them on there with like the Swift aura, the Immortals lose the regeneration because it has to be the whole squad. And that takes us into the light vehicles and small monsters category. We got the Skeleton Horror. 145 points, quality 3, defense 3, fear of 1, flying, ossified, and toughness 6. Comes with a heavy halberd for 6 attacks, AP 1 with rending. You can give it dual heavy hand weapons for 8 attacks, AP 1, or a great bone mace, 6 attacks, AP 1, destructive and precise. You can also give it the unstoppable husk for the precision feat, which is the +2 to hit. I love these models. Not just the model, I love this unit.
Are those the ones with the skeleton wings?
Yeah, those are the ones that use the skeleton wings before. I'm making a whole new army for this week. We'll talk about it when we get to talk about our armies. So yeah, fear of 1 flying on a 3-3. Definitely give this thing the bone mace for 6 attacks, AP 1, destructive and precise. So it turns into a 2-3 when it's attacking. AP 1 all the time, and it can spike to AP 4. Yes. At that point, I would not give it the precision feat, because you're already at a 2+ to hit with the mace.
Yeah, it's just a waste of 15 points.
Yeah, putting the 15 points on there is kind of like, okay.
Great bone mace, every time you see it.
Yes, every time you see a bone mace, take the bone mace. Next, we have the Bone Chariot. 105 points, quality 4, defense 3. Impact 4, ossified, and toughness 6. Comes with a great weapon crew, 2 attacks, AP 2, and 2 attacks with hooves. Now you can replace the great weapon crew with a bone mace crew for 2 attacks, destructive and precise. A javelin crew for 6 shots at 12 inches, AP 1 and bane. A bone bow crew, 6 shots, 18 with destructive and precise. Or a heavy bow crew, 6 attacks at 24 at AP 1. Now the Bone Chariot, I'm not too enthusiastic about this. It does have impact 4. That is about the best thing it's got going for it. The rest of its attacks, I feel like there's too few, and you can't make all 4 of those attacks go in one direction. Like, if you could have the great weapon crew have 4 attacks at AP2 and no attacks with the hooves, that'd be perfect. The same thing if you could upgrade those attacks individually. If you really wanted to have a ranged army,
then yeah, you do the bone bow crew.
yeah, if you really wanted to have a ranged army and you already took all 3 of your maximum for your archer units, then yeah, I would take the bone chariot with the bone bow crew. Come to think of it, that'd be pretty rough. An entire army with spiking at AP4, they hit on a 3 at least. That'd be pretty rough to fight against.
Might have to look into that.
Maybe. Next we go into the vehicles and monsters. We got a whole one of them. The Harvester Beast for 235 points, quality 4, defense 3. Fear of 2, Ossified, regeneration, slow and toughness 12. Comes with sickle arms for 8 attacks with rending, and 4 attacks AP1 with stomp. You can replace the sickle arms with mace arms, 6 attacks AP2. You can upgrade it with one of these. You can either spew death for a breath attack or bone pile for a regeneration buff. And you can give it the unstoppable husk for a precision feat.
I'm going to leave the sickle arms. I'm going to take the bone pile and unstoppable husk.
Okay.
That way you have regen, and you hit on a 3, and you still got 8 attacks with rending.
Right. Well, the bone pile is the regeneration buff, so you can give that to somebody with 12.
Ooh.
So that is the thing. If you took something different on your big unit of 20, like if you took the You're Dead No Retreat, and then you had the Harvester Beast next to them, you could be like, come here, look, you got regeneration now. Now don't die. But it is only the next time they take a shot, or next time they take a hit. So if it was me, and you did that, I'd have like a unit of piss ants just like fire a bow at them and be like, oh no, we hit you one whole time. Looks like your regeneration's gone.
You really are petty, you know that?
Sometimes I'm a dick.
Sometimes.
Yeah, that's the best way to do it. The only question is, do you want to have the sickle arms or the mace arms? That's the entire question.
I'm going sickle. I like the rending possibility.
Right. That is nice. And then our last unit is the Crawler Catapult. 125 points, quality 4, defense 4. Mobile artillery, which means if it doesn't move and it shoots something over 9 inches away, it's +1 to hit. And as long as it didn't move, enemy shooting at it from 9 inches away are -2 to hit you. Ossified, slow, and toughness 3. Comes with Cursed Skulls, 4 shots at 36 with Bayonet indirect, and 3 attacks with the crew. You can upgrade you can replace the Cursed Skulls with a Dread Cauldron for 1 shot, AP2, Deadly 6 indirect at 36. And you can, for some reason, give your artillery crew the Furious Mark. Yes. It is an 18-inch range, right? Yes, it is an 18-inch range. So you're not charging them with the Crawler Catapult, even though that might be hilarious. But you can put Furious on something else to have something else fight it later on in the turn.
I guess as far as the attacks go, it depends on what you're fighting against.
Mm-hmm.
Because, yeah, I'm not going to lie to you, that Dread Cauldron looks pretty nice with that Deadly 6. But that's only good for, like, something big that's tough.
Right. In my mind, though, the Cursed Skulls, I feel like I would be wasting points using the Cursed Skulls. So, the Dread Cauldron would be the only reason why I would put this thing on the board. And even then, if I was doing a take-all-comers list, what was it, 125 plus 45 at 60, it's 170 points. I might just put one in the list if I was going to like an event or something. I didn't know who my opponent was. I'd put one in the list just because. Because it's nice, though. It is hitting on a 3 if you don't move. Why the hell would you move? Hitting on a 3, AP2, Deadly 6, indirect. As far as artillery goes, it's pretty nice. Okay, so that is the whole army. It's like, what do we got? We got 3 heroes, 6 core units, 2 light vehicles, 1 monster, and 1 artillery. It's one of the smaller lists in Age of Fantasy. And sometimes I like going over these smaller lists. 1, because I like seeing what you can do with them. And 2, I want to put some more eyeballs on these to get people to play them. So now we're going to talk about the army list that we've made. I've made one. Uncle C's made one. Let's hear Uncle C's list. And as a challenge this week, that someone put into a live stream comment or something somewhere, or maybe a devil whispered it on my shoulder. I don't know. Whatever list Uncle C has put together, I am going to build paint, and we are going to play that list on Thursday.
This is going to be sad.
So, no pressure. What you got?
I got a Bone Master,
Yes, you do.
With,
We're gonna be cackling like.
I mean, it's small, but it's there.
We're gonna be cackling like 6-year-olds.
He has the Army Trophy banner, so the Fear 3. Nothing really other than that, just he's there. I have a squad of 10 Reapers. I gave him the dual hand weapons. That's that. I have 10 Archers. I gave them the heavy bows and piercing shooter. I have a squad of 10 Death Riders. I replaced everything with the bone maces. So they're going to charge into you and hit you in the dick. I have a Great Stalker with Swift Aura with quad blades. He has Unpredictable Fighter, and I think it already came with it. And he's going to be leading a squad of 3 Stalkers with quad blades. He has the Swift Aura, so they're all going to have Ignore the Slow.
Yep.
Which is nice. I have a Herald of Death. I gave him the Swift Aura, the dual heavy hand weapons. He also came with Unpredictable Fighter, and he's going to be leading a squad of 3 Immortals who have the Furious Mark and Bone Maces. The Great Bone Maces.
Okay.
I have a Great Stalker again, Swift Aura. He has the dual Falchions, which is the 2 attacks, blast of 3, AP 2, leading, once again, a squad of Immortals, which all have the Bone Maces and the Furious Mark.
Okay.
I started running out of room, so I just got a Skeleton Horror with the dual heavy hand weapons. And then I have a Harvester Beast, who has the regeneration buff. He has the Mace Arms and the Stomp. And yeah.
Okay. So you went over a little bit.
Yeah.
But I'll
I went over by 10 points.
I'll wiggle that army list to make it fit.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what we're going to be building this week. And now I'm going to play it against him playing the Dragon Empire. Woo! All right, let's talk about the list that I came up with.
Which I'm sure I'm going to be really happy I'm not playing against.
So I have 2 squads of this. I have a Bone Master with a Regeneration Aura and a Bone Mace, leading 20 Guardians. They have a banner, the Precision Feat Aura, to give them the +2 to hit. They also have 2 Great Bone Maces and 18 Bone Maces. So I got 2 of those. So that's 40 dudes, 2 Bone Masters. Then we got 3 squads of 5 Reapers. No upgrades on the unit. They're just there to infiltrate, pop up, and go, surprise! Then I got 2 squads of 10 Guardian Archers. They have the Bone Bows for the 18-inch range, destructive and precise. They have the Fire Brazers for piercing shooter and Unstoppable Husk for one turn. They're going to be able to dump on somebody hitting on a 2. I then got a squad of 3 Immortals. They have the Furious Mark, and they also have the Great Bone Maces. They're on their own running around. And then I have 1 Skeleton Horror with the Great Bone Mace. And that is my list. I came in 10 points under in 1990.
All right, we'll split the difference.
No. We'll make that work.
Your list is a lot meaner than mine.
Well, listen, it's just part of the game. I want to see what you come up with.
There's a reason I haven't had an army used yet.
What? That's the thing. I've been playing war games for 30 years, so sometimes I forget what the early days of army building was. That's why I'm doing this.
Fair enough.
Yeah. This is gonna be so bad. So, guys,
this next month is fucked for you.
Oh, yeah, we're gonna be doing it all month. So, you're gonna see 2 fantasy and 2 grim dark armies out of him in the coming month. So that'll do it for us out here tonight, guys. We're gonna be doing this live streaming on Thursday. I'm gonna be painting this stuff on Monday over on the other channel on warbossfitz Live. If you haven't subscribed, go over there and subscribe. That's where all the live streams are going to be living from now on. Make sure you check out our sponsors down below. We've got Corvus Terrain, and we have PrintedStarships.com. Corvus Terrain, you've got a 15% discount code down there. Printed Starships, a 20% discount. And then check out Army Painter in case you guys want to get an army painted quickly, like you see me do on Mondays. So, for us, that'll be it for us talking. Thank you very much. I hope you guys are having fun playing OPR wherever you are. Stick around for the bloopers, and we'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.
No, don't shut off! For the love of God! Hang on. Oh, fucking!
There's a shelf there.
It's not clogged.
Okay.
I just tested it out there. I'm not letting you put that in a video again.
Hey, we're starting off great. Hey, everybody, look. I want to get when you're not. Ready?
Oh my god. You should start it right there.
So going.
We're playing with the Boner
We're
Boys?
playing with the Boner Boys. So the plague god attack on unmodified rolls of 6 to hit. Those hits get AP plus 4. So it is half of rending. I need to get you a fidget spinner. So it is half of rending. We have infiltrate.
Cockbag.
Cockbag.
Anyway.
I'm trying to avoid the cockbag this time.
Okay, so adjust it to cuckbag.
I don't know if it's any better. Well, it'll be the last one I talk about. And they all. Why am I getting winded? Holy shit, I'm fat and old. That's what it is. I feel like I have a burp coming. No. There we go. It's hilarious. Oh, I don't even care what that noise is. Who the fuck knows?
Stupid.
You wouldn't want to put a character with them because none of them get infiltrate. So putting a character with them is not worth it.
Good to know.
Meh. Yeah, because with thrust, when you charge your AP plus 1 and plus ooga booga, come here, bitch. Make sure you check out our sponsor. That's the fucking word I was looking for. I had a brain for it.
Wait, before we start this, what are the name of your fucking sponsors?
Corvus Terrain.
Corvus Terrain, Painted Starships.
Printed Starships, yep.
That's it?
Yeah, Army Painter, kind of.
Just throw it in there. Corvus Terrain, Painted Starships, Army Painter.
Yes.
Go.
Motherfucker. Make sure you check out our. Thank you so much. It's just funny.